Welcome to episode 139. Convos on the
139.
Pedicab. 139, baby. Feeling fine. We're here with a very special guest, my friend JT Campos. He's better known as Boaz Jiminez from Queen of the South.
I like that. You haven't seen the show yet, right?
I have not seen it.
I love it.
I need to watch it now. I probably should have been a little more prepared. But
No,
it's
actually,
there's a lot to talk about, and it's actually
better that you don't know
see the show. All right, I like it.
Well, you know, they say you're gonna be depressed when you meet your heroes and shit.
I feel you.
So I'm not a hero. I'm just your
You're
brother.
the villain. You're just the average everyday villain, everyday TV villain.
Just
Here we
an
go.
Everyday badass.
I love it. Anyway, before we get started, we got to shout out to our sponsors. Have you been leaving your house outside again? Texas weather can wreak havoc on your home, especially your roof. And if you haven't had it inspected lately, chances are that outside elements could be making their way inside your home. Trust Balcones Roofing and Remodeling to perform a thorough roof inspection and offer long-lasting solutions. They're the only 5-star rated roofer in Austin. You specialize in installing the impact-resistant F-Wave Revia and back all roof replacements with a $20,000 guarantee. To schedule a roof inspection, call 512-937-8805 or visit balconesroofsaustin.com.
Balcones Roof Austin. I just had my roof done.
Dude, Carl Larson, that's the man. He's been helping out so much just for knowing that it offers him next to little value, and he likes my work that much where he just wants to help me continue making more content.
You know that
Shout
Texas
out,
heat.
Carl.
Yeah, hey, Carl, keep doing your thing, man. The Texas heat does wear on homes out there. So
It does.
while you're out there getting your roof fixed, talk to Carl. He just might be able to take care of you and get that solar paneling, man. It's very beneficial.
It is, depending on where you live. Yes, depending on where you live. You need
The sun beats down in Texas.
Dude,
so.
the sun beats down. Bro, what do you think about all these fucking fires?
Oh, you know, I like fire, but I have my history with it. With my dad passing away the way he did, he burnt from his waist up in a water heater explosion.
What?
So becoming a stunt man, what do you think my first stunt was wanting to do?
Something similar?
Yeah, I wanted a fire burn.
So you're a stuntman. Okay, so you got high. You had a big break, and Queen of the South. Although I haven't, I need to watch it.
They say I was lucky, but I was always prepared for what happened.
You're never lucky. You're in the luck is a symptom of hard work for a long period of time and having the right attitude.
I'm glad you said it better than I did, brother, because that's exactly what I tried to tell him.
Luck is
I had to be prepared for
everything. For every time that you
way.
get lucky, you get unlucky a million times, and you get shortchanged, and you get screwed over on. Yeah, you get screwed over on stuff that you feel you should have gotten the job for. So you didn't get lucky. You finally got what you deserved because you stuck with the plan and you were dedicated to your craft, and now you're getting to see some rewards for it.
Damn right, bro.
So that's I hate when people, dude. I hate when people say that, like, oh, you're lucky. I'm like, no, you're not lucky. You got.
Like
you
they
got
want to
lucky
walk
at one
in
thing.
your
How many
shoes
times have you been unlucky on a million things, right? How many times have you like busted your ass and failed and fallen flat on your face? Like, you know, there's no such thing as like luck. That's for the birds, dude.
Ooh, it's for the birds.
The people who get lucky are people who are like the Tekashi 6ix9ine got lucky. All right, like those are the people who get lucky. You know what I mean? The people who get lucky, they fail and they flame out.
I like that you said that. That's perfect analogy.
Perfect analogy. Or the Cash Me Outside girl. She got lucky.
Oh, yeah, you want to cash me outside? You
outside.
You are right now.
How about that?
You're cashing me outside right now on this badass podcast.
Those people got lucky. You know what I mean? But the people who just all of a sudden blow up overnight, you don't know what they were doing for 10 years before they blew up overnight.
Exactly. That's me.
Yeah.
I've been busting ass. You know, I used to pick up for the medical examiner's office here in Travis County.
I did not know that.
For 3.5 years, I picked up over 500 bodies right here. And coming to this area, I was like, man, I remember being up in this area. Thank you, brother. I could tell you. Yeah, anyway.
Well, yeah.
Another story for another day.
No, that's interesting. Austin's also changed a lot.
You mind if I smoke my CBD?
I would love for you to smoke your CBD joint.
CBD is cannabis badly disguised. You think they're ever going to legalize it here?
I don't know. I think that
it's always been legal to me.
It's always legal to me. I mean, it's pretty much legal anyway. I think the difference between something illegal versus something being illegal is non-compliance. And I think if people just don't comply, then it's never illegal. Like.
Listen to what he's saying, everybody. This is like one of the best podcasts I've done in a long time.
I appreciate that.
Seriously, just because I've been looking forward to being with you since.
I gave you a ride, dude. I gave you and your girl a ride that one time, and it was a fun time. We had some drinks together. You gave me those gummies.
I did.
I took half a gummy once, and I had I'm not gonna lie, I got high as fuck, but it was like. it was the worst high that was probably a good thing for me to have experienced.
We caught me at a good time too because somebody was talking trash about Austin, Texas, and I saw you rolling by, and I was like, "Hey!" It was during the South by Southwest. I think.
It was right. No, it was before.
I don't remember when it was, but it seems like forever.
It was either
ago.
right before. No, it was after South by. It was because it was Kite Fest. Like a couple days later, there was a Kite Fest. So it was around April. It was after South
You
by
know
Southwest.
everything that's going on here in Austin, and I
Why?
like
This
that.
is my job. You have to know everything.
But it's like you know everything that's going on, and we talked about getting in the
And
on
we were
the
talking about MMA
mats.
and jiu-jitsu and stuff like that and
Yeah,
everything.
we talked about getting on the mats. So.
Gotta get some rolling, and we come to 10th Planet.
Bro, my boy Chad Cannon is fighting in the.
I know who
Kumite.
Chad Cannon is. My friend
Us,
Randy
us.
Bryant.
You know Chad, right?
I
And
think
you
I
know-
met him a
you-
couple times.
Yeah, you know Chad. You know Carmichael, and
I don't know that guy. I know. Okay.
Carmichael trains hard with Chad.
I think I met Chad once, like years ago, because I was trying to fight MMA and I was like sparring with the guys at Ambush Muay Thai, and I think he used to go there.
Bro,
and
you
train
gotta
with
watch
those
that
guys.
Kumite on.
No, I saw the highlight. He's good.
He is
But
killing it again.
So I have my friend Randy Bryan. He's the principal at LBJ, but he used to be the wrestling coach, right?
Nice.
Awesome,
Kids are gonna
dude.
listen
And when
and
I was getting ready to
succeed,
fight,
that's
he
cool.
would let me practice with them. He's like, okay, you can come and practice. Because I used to be a sub in AISD, and he would just say, hey, if you want to go to practice, like, you can go and practice with us while you're getting ready. And there were a couple of other guys from our gym that would took him up and did that.
I would totally love to like have you as a sub, bro. Like every kid needs a strong role model. All right, and me growing up without my dad, I always look for like that male role model. And I think I recognized it automatically when I remember jumping on your pedicab. I was ready to have an altercation, bro. I was ready to go to.
Yeah, you were
fucking
seeming
jail.
angry. Yeah.
I was ready to jump.
Well, right when you got your big break, what a stupid thing that would have been to do.
Well, no, I mean, no, I've had my big break. Right,
Yeah, right after
I'm
you got
ready
your
to go
big
to
break.
jail, from zero to jail real quick, bro. That's just always been my stupid attitude. I'm like,
Yeah, that's a really stupid attitude.
it's fucked up.
That's
I'm
a
that
really
manic.
stupid
Yeah, it's like, it's fucked up.
bro.
But it's because I've come from the age of 5-0, fuck around and find out since I can remember. Like,
Yeah, hey, let me see the
people
microphone real quick.
people always test you.
People always test you. Yeah, it's fucking silly.
People will always test you on you know, always having to defend yourself when you're young or whatever. It just becomes that
Yeah, like the
stubbornness, I
smallest
guess.
thing sets you off and stuff like that.
Sadly.
That's fucking annoying. I grew up. I didn't grow up
Sadly.
like that, which
I'm
is
getting
good.
better though.
Which is good,
I'm
but
better now.
yeah, it sucked. Like
Well, you rolled up and you helped. You were the
Yeah.
Sifu. You were the Sensei. You were the Bodhisattva for me that night, right? You showed me something.
I was
and
like, let's
jumped
go.
on your
Yeah.
pedicab.
And we were talking for a minute, and then
You were the light in my dark moment, bro. It's just the best way to describe
I
it.
appreciate that.
And you
yeah.
continue to be that light. So I go back to you being that sub in school. It would have been amazing to have a sub like you. Because
I wasn't very good though.
No, well, I would think you are, because with what you're doing here right now, it's just again, it's an honor and a pleasure to be
Yeah.
here right now on the pedicab.
But he used to let me practice with him, and then
Vibing,
Chad would
man.
teach us was training his son, you know, and so that's how I know. Yeah, but
But we got a lot of similarities,
when I-
basically. Yeah.
when I subbed though, I was a very chill, so like, cause I was subbing while I was trying to train for fights and stuff like that, right? So it's just like, I go in there, I wake up at like 10 o'clock in the morning, cause there's a weird system in AISD where if you work for more than 4 hours and 45 minutes, they legally have to pay you for a full day,
Well,
and nobody wants to go into the hood and teach,
yep.
right? And
Nobody wants it.
nobody wants to, right? Nobody wants to go.
Why? Why is that?
Why do you think?
The kids and the gentrification hasn't happened yet, and it's
Well,
poverty.
it's not even that. It's the kid. So okay, it's the kids. It's
You want any CBD?
I'll have a little bit.
Yeah, just
I think-
sanitize the
yeah.
tip for you. That's what I love about the glass tips. I can sanitize it. You don't have to taste where my mouth has been.
I like that. There you go.
It tastes good, right?
It does taste really good.
I got a gift for you if you want it.
Okay, I'm excited. But yeah, dude, nobody wants to go into the hood. Nobody wants to teach in the ghetto. And Austin's not even hood at all. But like, people here kind of have soft attitudes, right? Especially teachers.
The world
Right?
has
But, like,
soft attitudes
but
these days.
So nobody wants to go teach. Nobody wants to go teach in the hood, because A, the kids, right? B, if you actually try to teach them and teach a real lesson because they don't know who you are, they're not going to be receptive and they're going to behave like fucking assholes.
Exactly.
It's not good, but I kind of understand why. And a lot of these people that become substitute teachers or become teachers are just not like they come in with these really idealistic attitudes, like they're gonna transform society and they're gonna right all the social injustices, and they grew up like on these bullshit social like
The hero overnight.
they grew up on these like ultra academic, like they grew up with this very ultra academic, ultra progressive, ultra social justice mindset, while not really being in the environment that they're learning, that they're so-called learning about. So they're getting wrong information for like, it's like there was that movie Kung Pao Enter the Fist, and they trained that one guy in karate totally wrong as a joke. That's what the education system is, especially with when you talk about like communities like that, right? And so nobody wants to teach in these areas. And so I'd go in there and there's like
you were the difference.
Well, nobody wanted to teach there, and I was going to get paid for a full day's worth of work. And all I had to do was show up at 11 o'clock, and everybody was just happy that I showed up. And I just told the kids, listen, I'm Mr. Stranger. I have 3 rules. First rule, you're in a seat. Second rule, you're quiet. And the third rule is if you have to leave the room for any reason whatsoever, your phone isn't going with you. Follow these rules. We're going to work. I'm going to assume that you're working really hard on your assignment. We clear? All right, cool. Good talk. And it was
that
good.
You showed up. All right, think of the community you were in.
Yeah.
Where you went. These kids, what they deal with, in their homes. It's like they say, you're not walking in anybody else's shoes but your own, so always be kind because you never know what someone's going through.
You never know. Did you have to have empathy, and you have to have a level head, and I think when things are good, you should never get too happy but that's the key, man, because the best way to like manage when things are bad is to not get super happy when things are good.
That's me all the time.
That's it. You have to stay
bro.
like
You see me the same way.
You have to stay level. Like I see other pedicabbers that like they'll have a big night and they're partying and they're celebrating and they're on like the highest high, and I'm just like.
And then the next day there's nothing.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, what are you gonna do when it's bad out? What are you gonna do when it's mediocre? How are you gonna feel then?
That's the key to success, though.
Yeah.
Consistency.
Hit singles and doubles. Don't hit home runs. Just hit singles and doubles.
Just stay consistent with who you are, and consistency begins with discipline.
Yeah.
Shit, when motivation's not there, discipline shows up, right?
So you grew up in Austin.
I grew up in South Texas. I grew up in Mission, Texas.
Oh, okay.
Home of Tom Landry.
That's what's up, all right.
Yeah, when real men were real men and coached real cowboys.
That's great. Well, so how old are you?
I'm pretty old, man.
What are you, 50, 40?
I'm like 950.
Oh, come on. How old are you?
Yeah,
you must be drinking some of that good adrenochrome in Hollyood, JT. If you're
Nah, bro. You
years
see
old.
me in Texas, bro. I'm like, God, I don't drink that. I should. I drink water. Tequila. It's tequila, bro. Tequila and just not giving a damn, really. Just living life, being selfish with it. Feeling like it's always been a fight. Growing up a little bit rough until you say fuck it. And you start living boldly. And you just do for you all the time. You're selfish. And then you have a little family. And you protect your family at all costs, all wills, and you say fuck everything and everybody. It's just me and my family. And
well, I don't think being selfish is the right word.
It isn't the right word, but that's what they called it way back when. Oh shit! Did I drop that?
You dropped it. I think
I
you're right,
fucked
though.
it up.
I think you're okay.
Oh, that's where it should be. You should live in a pocket right here.
Okay. Hopefully this is good.
I fucked it up, y'all.
I hope this didn't mess up the episode.
I was being selfish. You want to start all over?
No.
Check it.
I think we're good. I don't know how to check it. I think we're fine. Just keep talking.
All right, we're gonna keep talking.
Yeah.
You're right. Selfish is the wrong word, but people always want to give a definition to a title that they, and that's just life that I know.
I think you should put yourself first.
I
But
do.
just because you put yourself first doesn't mean that you have to disregard. You have to walk all over everybody to get to where you want to be.
No, it's not about walking all over everybody. It's just about putting the walls up and walking with a defensive attitude and just taking care of your family. And that's what I did for a long time. And
That's not selfish. That's what you're supposed. That's actually selfless because you know it stops like authoritarianism, and you know it stops like fascism, and you know it stops like all the bullshit that you see right now.
I'm glad you're telling it better than I can.
But you want to know
because
you want to know
exactly
what what actually stops that? Community. Having a community.
I was
And
in a
if you don't have
community
a
involved.
if you don't have
yeah.
like and in order to have a community, you by definition have to keep your circle small. So keeping a small circle
Amen.
and looking out for your small circle is actually how you move forward to create a happier society.
Wow, I love you so much, Alex, for just this moment in time. It's a validation. It's confirmation. It's exactly where I need to be.
Yeah. It's not your responsibility to like, if there's a starving, look, if the kids in Africa are starving, right? It's not your responsibility to like feel like you have to be the person to stop starvation in Africa, right? It isn't. It's your responsibility to make sure that you're able to eat and that you're able to provide for yourself and that you're able to take care of your family and that you're able to eat good food and drink clean water. And then if you have any extra time or extra money and you want to help those kids in Africa, then you can use that extra time to do that, right? And I think that's the perspective that people need to have versus everybody gets so caught up in social justice. There's always a new social justice crisis that's happening. And when you get caught up in that and like virtue signaling on the internet or judging your own worth based on like how many other people are suffering in an area that you cannot control, you're not helping to make anything better. And if anything, you're probably going to make things worse.
Social justice. I need to get people smoking more.
That's the social justice.
Down. I got a bullet with everybody's name on it. I got a bullet with your name on it.
I like it. I'll take, well.
Oh, yeah, you're going to love this bullet. It should have laid you out. It's a Boaz Bala. It's new on the market. This was like my prototype. Go ahead, take a look at it.
I will.
That's that social justice that I'm demanding right now. Childproof.
Okay, good.
Bam. Yeah, that's Versace flower. I'm going to say it's THCA right now. It's prototype.
This is good.
Well, yeah, enjoy.
I will enjoy this.
That's for you.
Bullet.
That's a Boaz bullet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm starting a whole new social justice. Relax, don't panic. It's organic. You need to smoke a little bit sometimes. I'm not about always being high, bro. I do believe in being healthy, being grounded, and I know that cannabis has helped me since I was 10 with the way I lost my father. I've been smoking. I may have not understood what it was when I was smoking. I just knew it gave me an effect. There was a cause and an effect taking place, and I enjoyed it. That's all I've done to self-medicate the pain and the PTSD, the trauma that I've had to deal with.
Yeah.
And you know what? Now that the science has gotten behind it and we're learning more about the cannabis flower, I am all for that social justice of let's get back to agreeing to disagree. Let's get back to communicating. Communication is key to humanity. Hey, we could talk it out instead of just shooting it out. Today's society is just like, man, no one respects life. And not just human life, but life period. Life of what we're doing to our world. It's crazy. And it's not because I'm in Hollywood that I see shit. It's because I'm a human being. I recognize shit.
What do you see in Hollywood?
Well, I'm not in Hollywood, bro.
Did you spend
I can't even talk about it. We're on writer's strike.
Oh, I want to talk. So I want to talk about the writer's strike.
I can't even talk about it, bro.
I want to talk.
They give me so many restrictions. Well, I can't say shit about this. I can't say shit about that. I don't know.
Like as a union, or you just don't like?
Yeah, like as a union.
Are you in a union?
I'm in the union. Yeah, I'm SAG.
Okay.
So I'm not supposed to talk about the show the way we opened up. I'm not supposed to do this.
What are you not supposed to talk about? So I don't say.
I don't know.
So I guess we're gonna talk about it. And
all right. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to talk about. What I'm not supposed to talk about. So it's like I don't know.
You don't know.
I'm alive doing.
How do you feel about How do you feel about the strike?
Well, I don't like it.
What?
I don't like it.
Why not? What do you? What?
I don't like that it's happening because obviously, in one word, it's just greed.
What? What is greed?
The whole system, I think. Greed. People want this. People want that. You deserve this. You deserve that. But that's just kind of like the world we live in anyway.
Well, hold on, JT. But what
I'm gonna have to be vague with it, bro.
What are they striking for? This episode is brought to you by Balcones Roofing and Remodeling. Have you been leaving your house outside again? Texas weather can wreak havoc on your home, especially your roof. And if you haven't had it inspected lately, chances are that outside elements could be making their way inside. Trust Balcones Roofing and Remodeling to perform a thorough roof inspection and offer long-lasting solutions. They are the only 5-star rated roofer in Austin who specialize in installing the impact-resistant F-Wave Revia and back all roof replacements with a $20,000 guarantee. To schedule a roof inspection, call 512-937-8805 or visit balconesroofsaustin.com.
We want fairness. We want proper residual. We want proper pay. When you think about actors in the industry, I'm still like Tom on the cruise, and I feel more like Brad stuck in the pit. It's just truth. I'm like Brad stuck in the pit trying to be like Tom on the cruise. During the 5 seasons, I felt like I was Brad from the pit, and I was Tom cruising now, but
Is Queen of the South
87% of the actors will not make $26,000 a year to qualify for the best benefits.
Wait,
Right?
Are we talking about actors that are like your character or just like extra? Are we talking about like extras?
Period. Even extras. I mean, you just got to make
Are we talking
fucking thousand.
So
a
hold
year.
on.
You got to just make 26,000 a year, qualify for fucking goddamn benefits.
Okay.
Badass in SAG, right?
Okay.
87% of actors ain't even gonna make that shit. That's a part-time job. That's you pedicabbing for fucking goddamn 6 months.
I know. I'm not arguing with that.
I'm not even arguing. I'm just talking.
No, I know.
Samuel
I'm just
L.
asking.
Jackson showed me how to talk this way.
It's good.
Can you understand?
Can you hear the motherfucking words out of my motherfucking mouth? Yeah.
Okay, cool, bro.
That's one tasty beverage, Brad. Oh man. All right. So with these numbers, that's a pretty bleak statistic. But statistics can always be.
I could pull out my phone and show you.
No, I believe you.
Shit,
I'm just asking you questions about the statistics.
I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
Right, but okay. So to be in SAG, what are the qualifications to be in SAG?
You know what? I'll look it up. I'm not gonna talk about. I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about.
Okay, because I'm saying that like if I've never
you gotta have a lot of fucking time on a movie set. You gotta have hours on a movie set. Hours and hours and hours on a movie set. But I come from the stunt world. I started off as a stuntman on the movie The Alamo way back when. I come from the stunt world, bro. I got hired to do stunts on the TV series that y'all recognize me from. You see, I don't even know if I was supposed to say that.
It's all right, you know.
You know, I'm playing around now. I'm going to talk about what I feel is what I'm passionate
your
about.
Truth. Yeah.
Sharing it.
I think,
Excuse me, sorry about that.
No, my girlfriend calls me all the time when I do these, so it's all good.
I don't know who this is, but you're interrupting a podcast. Speak quickly. Yeah, there's pedicabs right here on the left. I saw the black truck. Boom. Over and out. That's
right.
Go ahead.
So, that's a crazy number, but it's like if you're factoring in people that just are in SAG but just never get called and never get hired and their salary winds up being zero, is that factored into the average median equation, or is it people that have had a certain amount of jobs per year or like have worked to some certain number of hours?
I know you're gonna run for the politics.
Well, no, that's just what I'm asking, because like that changes it. Like, you know that women earn.
Well, I didn't even care to be in SAG. I was in Texas for the longest time.
Yeah.
It's in that right to work state. You didn't need to be a part of the union. A lot of movies were coming here before the incentives, film incentives went elsewhere. I just went with it, right? Being in Texas all the time I was here, I was just happy to work, bro. I was just happy to work. I come from South Texas. My life is a hell of a lot different than most. People think it's all this, that, and the other. People don't really understand the discipline of what it just takes to want to get up and get through the day again, you know, because you're dealing with so much.
The hardest part of being creative is not the creativity. It's the having to work a bunch of jobs and work crazy hours so that you can fund your art projects. Exactly. That's the hardest part. Though, like for me, you know, with me going to council meetings or me making videos, like this podcast is from Pedicab money that I'm able to even pay Gary, right? So like the hard part
You're getting yours, Gary.
Gary always gets his. But the hard part is like, okay, like every ride I give, every time I'm out till 3 o'clock in the morning, every time I have to take a nap in my car, every time I have to work, every time I have to work all day driving party bikes around, and then pedicabbing at night. I'm not doing this because I just want to make money. I'm doing this because this helps fund the art projects and it funds the podcast.
Have a seat.
And it allows me to produce more stuff. So my opinion as an artist, the hardest part is not the creative side. The hardest part is the actual funding, the actual having to grind and fund your projects.
You know, but what you're doing is a definite awesome freaking grind in the sense of you're bringing awareness, man, to the community that you pedicab in.
With those rap songs? With those raps?
I also watch your little videos that you post every time you go before the city.
Oh, the city council, yeah.
Every time you go before the city council and you start doing your little protest. I just love the way you stand up for what you believe in as opposed to falling for the shit they're trying to feed you.
I like that you're also not falling for any of the bullshit. I like that you're smart enough to
I only look like a fucking idiot, bro. I play a good one on TV.
Hey, I see your social media also. You're not a sheep as well. I do feel as though a lot of people in Hollywood are kind of sheep.
I don't know what you're saying. You might be right, bro.
And I also feel like a lot of the people that do the writing for
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
That's from what I see on Facebook, what I see on Twitter. It feels like a lot of people in the Hollywood community, and I know when we had lockdowns, a lot of the people.
We're about to have another one.
We're going to talk about that.
We're about to have another.
We are going to talk.
Outbreak. We're getting ready to start wearing those masks again. You know.
Well, if you and that's the one great thing about laws is that something is only illegal if people comply. If nobody complies, it doesn't matter.
Bullshit. I'm gonna be like that kid. Bullshit.
If nobody complies, it's not a law.
Bullshit. They're gonna fucking. Come on, bro. They shut us all down last time 3 years ago. They fucked us all up.
Yeah, and if that happens again, what are you gonna do?
Pandemic Part 2 is happening right now. It's happening right now. We got aliens. You ain't been probed yet.
Got aliens.
Come on, bro. During COVID, the first time they told us we had aliens.
Did they?
Now they're showing.
Oh,
yes.
They had the guy
Remember,
from Area
they told
51.
us we have aliens. Get out of the sun. Get in the shade.
Well,
the first time during COVID, they said, "Oh yeah, by the way, the world's fucked up. We're all dying, and we have aliens." That's pretty much the way.
Well,
they
I think
it.
that people were so worried, thinking that they were all going to die from the cold, that they didn't think too much about aliens.
They said we got aliens.
Hold on. We're going to talk about the second pandemic, but I wanted to talk about this first. I wanted to continue with this. It felt like a lot of the people in the Hollywood community, from what I saw, and I could be wrong because I'm not in Hollywood.
I'm not in Hollywood
I know,
either.
so I'm just saying. I'm speculating. A lot of these people, when we were shut down, none of these people had my back at all about losing money. None of these people had.
You need to smoke,
none of these.
Alex. You need to light your shit up.
Let's do it. Sure.
You need to smoke, bro, because
well,
you're very controversial, and I think that's why I said I'm gonna come on this show because this guy he's really aware of what he's talking about. I stand behind him. Have you ever ran for office? Oh shit! Help me run for office.
All right. Did you get the shot?
What shot?
All right.
I don't know what you're talking about. What shot are you talking about? Oh, I had to, bro. They fucking. They wanted to dick me. I'm an actor, bro. If I wanted to work. All right, man. You're gonna have to turn this shit off right here, right now, and fade to black, and then I'll be honest with you. Cut it off real quick.
And we could talk about it. We have bonus stuff. We could talk about it.
Okay, so you cut it off. You fade to black right here.
Oh man, I'm actually a little high off this already. So. Oh boy.
What shot?
What shot?
You see, you can't ask me questions like that on camera.
I can't ask you that question on camera. Okay, a lot of people. I'm
an actor, bro.
Okay.
I'm
a
Hollywood.
lot of people in Hollywood, and a lot of people in that
jab
community.
me, bro. They try to
yo.
kill me.
bro, hold on.
Don't
a
even
lot
want
of people
me around.
Hey, a lot of people
I'm a
in
menace.
that. Hey, you are a menace. A lot of people.
I'm
in
dying.
Hollywood, they were shaming people for not wanting to get the shot, and they were shaming people for not going along.
I hope I don't start pissing blood.
I hope so. I hope you don't.
I'm fucked up, bro. I feel. Man, there's so many ways I feel.
Anyway, you know how I feel about this, and that was one of the.
You know how I felt about it.
The whole thing is all bullshit, though.
Look at bullshit. I want to cry now.
Don't cry. Don't cry.
I'm
Be happy.
I'm gonna keep smoking,
yeah,
bro. Like that's how I deal with my shit, y'all. Like I just shared with y'all something very.
I'm very grateful.
He's unjabbed. This guy's unjabbed. He's kind of like still got his foreskin.
I know, pretty much, dude. I mean, I'm not gonna get a climate change-induced heart attack, and I'm very happy about it.
That's fucked up, bro. As you even said like that. That's why I keep dressing like this. That's the secret. I keep my body cord like fucking burning.
You have to.
I think I have to because that's what's gonna kill the bullshit.
Dude, we've had a couple Pedicab friends that actually passed potentially from that shot.
I can neither confirm nor deny at this point.
You cannot say nothing?
It's fucked up. But yeah, I think that's the secret. This is why I dress the way I do. That's why I look so fly. It's like 107 out. But I'm gonna look like this. I got my boots on. I got my jeans.
Yeah, that actually is impressive. That is impressive that you're dressed like this.
It's like you ain't gonna fuck with me. You're gonna be burning up looking at me. But you know what? I'm cool as a cucumber right now.
You look like a TV supervillain right now, and I love it.
This is keeping my body core to the temperature. I have a little theory in my head. You know, I come up with a little. I don't know. I got to keep my body a certain temperature because of the jab. For real, bro. You think?
Do you really? Has that actually changed?
You think conspiracy time, but you know this is me. I'm keeping the temperature on my body. I keep that shit burning. Kind of like the passion in my heart.
I like
so
it.
yeah, I think this is why I dress this way for that reason.
I
And
think
so
it's always
far,
good
so
to look.
good.
It's always good to look good.
I drink a lot of tequila, smoke a lot of cannabis, sleep healthy. And I'm in a healthy relationship right now.
It's always good to be in a healthy relationship. You got
Healthy
any kids?
relationship. Yeah, I've got kids.
How old are they?
My kid just moved out. She's 20. I'm still kind of like, codependent on my daughter. Daddy's little girl always, But yeah, I said, shit, you can have the house. I'll leave. I just want to know where you're at all the time.
And you live in Austin now, right?
I can neither confirm nor deny, but I got
can't-
property.
There you go. All right, that's fair.
I got a few places.
Well, that's good. That's good. And so you got hired to be Boaz. How did you feel when you got that? When you got the call?
So I got a call to do stunts first, bro,
Okay.
on that show. And delivered minimal dialogue. And they changed the whole show up. From what I understand, season 1 wasn't going the way they wanted. They changed all that shit up. And Ben Laboto, the dude that initially wrote my character, ended up becoming showrunner of season 4 and 5, along with Daylin Rodriguez. And they were one of the original writers, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, all seasons, right?
All right.
And he said, shit, you're amazing, bro. We get a season 2, I'm developing your character. The rest is history.
That's amazing.
They
Okay.
wrote for my character.
Tell me about Boaz as a character.
He's a lot. He's a lot. He's a lot.
You're talking about.
Fucking doesn't care. He's a menace. I think he believes in swift justice. Just quick and fast.
Takes no bullshit, right?
Yeah, he's just bold with it. His boldness is definitely his enduring power.
Doesn't have any no real regard for life. Doesn't care. Goes
It's
in.
not that he doesn't have regard for life, because he does. I know he does. But certain people have done so much wrong sometimes. Don't you ever feel like you're karma? Like if you were karma, karma's gonna get you.
Yeah.
If you were karma,
Who would you get?
oh well, you're fucking getting everybody. You're getting everybody that's fucked up. But then think about when karma wants to take a day off. Shit's still gonna come plowing into you. So
Dude, karma is a real thing, though.
yeah, karma is a real thing.
Karma is a real thing. I noticed that. I think the better your foundation is and the better you are with your own community, the better everything works out for you.
Yeah, a lot of people always say, why you always go alone everywhere? I'll always be wearing shin guards. I got my battle gear on, I guess it's safe to say, coming from the stunt world. And just coming from South Texas, where I come from. Always got to keep your head on the swivel, man. And, we're in Texas, bro. You're allowed to carry a knife, gun, a leaf blower.
Which is a good thing.
Which is great.
I think it's a good thing.
It's great, Second Amendment, right to bear arms. Look, it's better to have it, not need it, than to need it, not have it. There's so many laws going on in Texas that is so fucked up. Women can't do this, can't do that.
What
can't in this fucked up world we call Texas.
Well,
I'm just saying, like women, they wanted to, it's their choice, right? They're gonna tell them, oh, you can't. Well, listen, ladies, I know that you wanna have your choice. You're able to carry a firearm. Learn how to use it and walk with that piece and just walk, being a chingona that you are. Because I believe in y'all having, it's your body, you're right. You can do what the fuck you want. And in Texas, you can carry a gun.
yeah.
So I'll teach you how to fucking use it.
I think that there are really good things
And you
about,
walk confidently.
JT, I think
give a
there,
damn.
I think there are really good things and really bad things about living in Texas.
That's what I'm saying.
I
saying
think
that.
that's what I think. I think there are really good things.
I said
and-
all
and
that.
really yeah.
I said it differently though. Learn to use the fire.
I also think that
strap up,
if
y'all.
you look at how New York City or San Francisco or even like LA or Philadelphia or Chicago have kind of disintegrated these past 3 years as a result of their policies and as a result of like their district attorneys and everything that's happened, right? I, as somebody who like actually values freedom, wants to live in America, doesn't want to be forced to get a vaccine, doesn't
Why
want
you
to have
gotta
to
keep
worry.
bringing that shit
So
up
it's,
on me?
it's one thing. Hold on.
That's fucked up.
Sorry.
Rubbing it in.
As somebody who doesn't want to worry about like their house being broken into constantly, or worried about their car always being broken into, or somebody who, if something happens, can defend themselves without having to worry about being prosecuted for defending
Oh
themselves.
my God,
So what
those
I'm-
laws gotta change.
Anyway,
I'm gonna
hold
fuck
up.
somebody up.
Yeah, let me finish.
I'm sorry.
As one of those, as somebody like
Got
that,
emotional.
I don't want I want where I live to be to be as different and as opposite of any like Philadelphia, LA, Chicago, etc. that I just mentioned. And even if I'm a public official, I might just make some of these socially backwards laws to get anybody who would vote for this progressive bullshit out of my state so that we don't turn into San Francisco.
Wow. Well, then help me run for office, bro. I think
Does that make sense how I phrased it? Because I'm like,
it was a lot.
it was a lot, right?
So say it like Boaz would say it. I'm not taking shit. I don't want to deal with shit. There's already too much bullshit going on. I walk with boots. These are my shit kickers. I get ready to kick shit every fucking day.
Listen, the people that voted for lockdowns and mandates and all this other crap that's happening, I want them as far away from where I live as possible.
Yeah.
And if I have to, support and enact some laws that are a little bit socially backwards that I don't fully go on board with, it's one of those sacrifices that unfortunately you're willing to make because I don't want to live in
but now you live in cancel culture.
Because I don't want to live in a communist shithole. That was where it's at.
Well, we're not in a communist shithole.
No, we're not in Texas, but I think that like places like San Francisco and places like that are turning into that.
Nah, I was just over there. I mean, shit, I'm looking at the genetics of where cannabis is going in San Francisco, so I hope it isn't communist like what you're thinking, because I still see a freedom all in our country, but it's a weird freedom. Or maybe it's just the privilege I feel I have because I just walk like I'm able to walk, bro. I'm able to walk anywhere I want because everywhere I go feels like home.
Well,
that's what it should feel like.
That's about comfort with yourself, though,
Well, I'm just an energy, bro. Wherever I go, I'm gonna feel comfortable. I'm here right now. And
Dude, you're a vibe. I love
home.
it. Yeah. I try to do the same thing and try to be, have comfort.
It's about your intention, bro.
Yeah.
If your intention is pure all the way around, you can walk anywhere alone. I don't need to have people with me. I don't need a whole fucking team of security. People pull up. They're going to find out. I'm probably not the one. And even then, I might need that at that time in my life. I might need that whooping. I guarantee you it's not going to come easy.
You might need it. Everybody needs it.
But everybody needs it at some point. But, I don't mind being that the news line, fucking actor JT Campos, portrayed of Boaz Jiminez, was in an altercation today. True to his character, an ass whooping was given. I don't fuck it. A beheading almost did take place.
Do you have any other roles that you're gonna do after Boaz?
I've been concentrating on the fucking comedy in my life. I used to be a Mormon.
Really? Share this. I'm
bro.
interested. Okay.
So I wrote a little series called Mexican Mormon, More Mexican, The Adventures of Payaso and Spider.
All right.
and they play two vatos from the barrio.
Yeah.
Grandma's house is ready to be taken right from her because of taxes and whatnot. And the only way they can raise the money to pay these taxes is by moving the Yerba Buena, the green, into the barrios. But, as we know, some territories aren't easily able to be walked through. Not unless you're a Mormon. Mormon goes everywhere, knocks on everybody's door, preaching the word.
Yeah, that's true.
So these two guys, Payaso and Spider, take on the Koya Mormons. And now they're preaching the word.
Dude, this could actually blow up. This could be an HBO hit.
It's fucking hilarious.
Dude, Netflix will pick this.
It's fucking hilarious. It's got a lot of cultural.
So when's it coming out, or are you writing it? Or
I've got a few little episodics on YouTube right now that I ventured out and just filmed it years ago because I had to just tell the story. I wanted to capture it real quick and got some friends together and we filmed something.
Dude, this is amazing.
And,
I would watch this with my girlfriend.
It's fucking hilarious. I got Raymond Horta in it, my boy Richard Stribel, was placed by Osso. I play Spider.
Yo,
it's fucking hilarious.
That is so fucking funny.
Yeah. But yeah, I was a Mormon way back when, and I guess that helped inspire just wanting to tell this whole idea of moving cannabis through the hood as Mormons. It's fucking hilarious.
Dude, there could be some interesting commentary about that.
Yeah. But I wouldn't know about it. I don't know what I'm supposed to talk about these days.
Well, you can talk about whatever you like if you're true to yourself, as long as you're true, as long as
Listen
you're
to
doing it
him.
from
Listen
as
to
long
him.
as you're doing it from a place of positivity and love for humanity and not out of hatred, you can talk about whatever you want. 'Cause people
Anything.
can see your intentions.
Oh, I love it.
And if you have self-confidence, then
Alex
if people
is a
do
preacher.
take it the wrong way, everybody else will say, no,
You're gonna be my
you're the
legal advisor,
yeah,
bro,
I
like-
need to be a lawyer. You need to find a real lawyer for that. But generally speaking, if you're like,
Nah,
if
you
you're
can
comfortable
write
with
my
yourself and you're doing
speeches
this from a
for me.
place of love, but yeah, I'm down.
Well, man.
You know, if you're doing things from like a place of love and a place of genuine positivity, and you're confident in yourself and true to yourself no matter what, there are gonna be people that will hate you, and you may get into a couple fights. Who knows? But overall, you'll be protected.
Hey, as long as I'm
Yeah.
with you, I know we'll be
Oh,
protected.
shit.
This
As long as
guy.
you, dude, you're the fucking OG stunt man.
I
Come
was
on.
just like, I'm ready for it. That's what sucks. It's the adrenaline of like always feeling like, man, what's the next rush? That's the only reason I move so fast. It's like I'm
I
still
get-
looking for the adrenaline.
I get that when I
right?
have to do my stunts at the city council, and I get that when I have to go into
Yeah,
protests.
it's the
and
excitement,
do-
bro.
I made a
see
video.
it in your
Yeah.
eyes. I actually see
What
it
do
in
you
your
mean?
eyes. Like, I watch your little videos and I study your face and I study your mannerisms. I study the way you're moving. I'm an actor.
Yeah, no,
So
I
I'm
wanna
seeing
hear-
the subtext in your body of what you're really saying as you're saying what you're saying. Because there's this undertone about you that you see where you're so passionate, where you're angry, where you're really forcing the statement, where you come in super passive aggressive. It's like I think when you're the most angriest and you're finding the proper way to articulate and just
in a really,
deliver.
I'm trying to say it in a very happy.
It's like you're
positive way.
doing this.
Yes. Yeah.
That's really what you're fucking doing, and the way you do it, it's like, so this is a magic trick. You see the belt? Oh, that's just a flap.
Yeah.
Bah, 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 bah. And then right away, you're like Zorro, bro.
And then when it's over, I just walk away and I
And then
leave
you
and
walk away.
like nothing. I just walk
Like
away like nothing happened and
nothing.
blend into the crowd.
Smooth. And I'm just proud to know you.
I appreciate
Honored
that,
to know you.
bro. But like,
You're one to be taken care of, bro. It's like, so I'll be your sniper on the roof. It's whatever you need.
I'm down. We'll see. Hopefully, it doesn't get to that point, but yes.
I got other snipers on the roof, man, there for you. Once they see your shit, they're gonna be like, damn.
I like that. I appreciate.
I'd like to
that.
run for office at some point. I mean,
There's a mayor race in 2024. You should run.
I probably should. Boaz for mayor.
You should actually. You'll get a lot of votes.
Be like, Boaz for mayor, JT.
The hood will vote for you, JT. The entire hood will. If you get them out to vote, they
My
will.
manager said some shit the other day. Like, why don't you know how to run for office? My manager's got to be careful. David, you got to be careful what you tell me. Because he put shit in my head. And I think, like, is he saying it sarcastically or is he really feeding me a seed? I've realized that with him, it's really, he's feeding me a seed. So we got to run for office, he tells me. I'm like, careful. He's just fucked up.
You actually should run. It
I
would
might
help you.
now. I
Running
might
for
have to.
well, I don't know if it would help you get.
I mean, that's
jobs.
where all the real gangsters are anyway in politics.
They are.
I mean, shit.
Insider trading.
Why
like
play one on
motherfuckers.
TV? Let me be one for real.
Yeah, the insider
I
trading.
just
is
might
great.
be able to help people.
The insider trading though is fucking crazy.
And you know all about it.
A little bit.
Wow.
I wish I did. I mean, I wish I like knew enough.
Knew more?
so I could, have some of that fucking.
We don't know nothing about
cash
nothing.
rolling in. No, I'm playing. But you know that the moment that the politicians ban themselves from insider trading is the moment that the entire economy is going to tank.
I can neither confirm nor
Come
deny.
but just food, just for
Food
put
for
it
thought.
put it in the toolbox or in the bread basket. The moment Congress bans themselves from trading stocks, the moment, not right away, but you will see an economic collapse of epic proportions happen. And you want to know why? Because now that they can no longer trade, they got to sell all their
you're feeling
holdings,
it happen
and it'll
already,
be
right?
happening right at like
But you're feeling it happen already, right?
a little bit.
You're seeing it happen in a little ripple.
Well, so I've been paying attention to the stock market, and right now the Dow Jones and the Nasdaq and the S&P are
Right here.
from their all-time high versus the bottom in 22. They
Yeah.
have hit 702 and 786 retracement levels.
For
which are-
people that don't understand that,
okay,
give it to them in layman
sure.
terms.
All right. So there are different levels of when a stock or a company reaches an all-time high, and it gets and it starts to crash from an all-time high. There are levels once you hit the bottom that the asset will start trying to bounce back up towards as it tries to reclaim that all-time high. Sometimes succeeding, oftentimes failing. At least the first time it'll always fail, right? And right now we are at what is called a 702 retracement, which means that we are, or a 786 retracement, which basically means that we are 78%, 70 to 78%, roughly, from what the all-time high was. So we've rebounded from the all-time low about 80, close to 70 to 80%.
That's a lot of peddling strides you put into that thought, y'all.
Okay. And so, generally speaking, if you're like a smart money, if you're a hedge fund, if you're a big manager, right, or if you're a big market maker, if you have billions of dollars in these assets and equities,
talk to me. I got content.
Okay. If you have that, a lot of people who are in smart money will sell their holdings not at the bottom, not at the top, but once it gets to those retracement levels, that's when people start selling off in mass. So if Congress were to and right now they are talking about banning Congress from trading stocks.
Man, so when
right,
that happens, all this shit hits
so if
the
this
fan.
if this were to happen, right now with where the Dow Jones and the S&P and the Nasdaq are, it could spell a really big disaster for the economy, especially if you own investable assets.
So what should one do?
Not financial advice. This is not financial advice.
No, but what should one do to prepare for such cause and effect? Because it's coming, y'all. Look,
Okay.
I'll tell you this, right?
All right, so if you own, all right, fine, I'll tell you. If you're owning large cap tech stocks, right, and if you own them forever, maybe I would take some and let's say you want to buy a house or another property, or
I got like 3 acres.
Okay,
I
but I'm
just
just saying,
invested
like,
in outside.
let's say you just want to
I don't want nobody.
or
to
let's
know
say
what's up.
you want to have something a little bit safer.
I'm gonna see them coming.
Maybe take some money out of like an Apple, a Microsoft, or a Facebook, or one of these large cap tech
I'm gonna
companies.
learn to fly a drone.
That's one thing that I would, if I had that, not financial advice, would start doing. Or if I'm buying assets, right? Let's say I bought like Coinbase.
Not financial advice.
Okay, not financial advice. Okay, so let's say I bought Coinbase when it was like $40 a share, and now Coinbase is like $80 a share. Maybe, even if I lose a little bit of money in the short term, maybe I just sell my cost basis, like just whatever I spent on the stock. Maybe I just sell whatever I spent, leave that in cash, and then the rest I just keep for and then the profits I just hold on to and let ride and see what happens.
Not financial advice.
Not financial advice. Maybe that's something to think about doing. Start trying to get paid in Bitcoin for certain services if you can.
Start stocking up on some damn food that's gonna be able to
have a garden and make friends with a
Have a
rancher
garden,
or a
yeah,
farmer.
man.
But nobody knows if the economy's crash. Like all that stuff is. Everybody always says, "Hey, things are gonna crash and things are gonna crack and break." Like that always is something that people say all the time. I think that when you hear those discussions, you should.
I just want to have enough
there are
tequila and cannabis.
You'll be fine. There'll be other numbers and other things to look at, right, when that's being analyzed.
I just want tequila and cannabis.
That's just what's tequila and cannabis.
Tequila's like hand sanitizer for my insides,
I
keeps
got
me
an actual
healthy.
financial person coming on Friday. My buddy Brandon, he has a channel called Green Candle Investments.
Definitely very informative on.
I'd watch that one. Those are my favorite ones when we talk about money, because like everything that's happening throughout the world, whether you predict a new pandemic or a lockdown or anything, a lot of it is related to money. Like a big reason that we even had COVID and the lockdowns and all the stimulus is because we were on the verge of like defaulting, and we couldn't have kept these interest rates high for as long as we were doing, and we were on the verge of like defaulting, and the Fed needed an excuse to print more money, and these lockdowns gave them an excuse to print an ungodly amount of money to avoid a huge market crash.
So, coming from a little hard background, I've always stacked up my cash. When I was making money, I'd stack it.
Yeah.
Want to turn it around, and real estate and cannabis is what I know right now.
But that's the thing, though. If you're stacking a bunch of cash, right? What if somebody knows and somebody's in your house? Like somebody could just steal it and take it.
Well, investments now.
Yeah.
Real estate.
But the idea of stacking cash is one of the stupidest ways to grow wealth, especially now. You're going to lose 10% of your value. It's going to just depreciate by 10% every year, the cash that you have. So why would you stack
I don't sit on it like that anymore.
Yeah, you have to buy something that
I started doing the
value
investments years ago.
Well, having property is good too, because no matter what happens, you'll just create, especially if you pay for it in full and you don't owe anything on it, you'll just get residual passive income no matter what. So like even if the property goes down or whatever it is or up, you're just like, okay, well, I'm gonna get a few $100. I'm gonna get a couple $1,000s each month just from nothing really. From
I just
not
got
having to do
somewhere
much
to
of
run
anything.
is what it feels like.
Yeah.
I
So
got somewhere to run comfortably.
I want to have a rental property. That would be great. to have
That's the
something
next
like
thing.
that.
I want to open up a mobile home park.
Yeah.
Just like grab some fucking property.
So have you talked to any of this Mormon show? I want to go back to the Mormon show. 'Cause
We
I'm
talk
high
about the
as
Mormon
fuck
show.
Right now. All right.
You got high, right?
A little bit.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
said bala shit.
It's good.
Oh, I guess you there. So
I'm trying to keep
straight
it together.
indica.
The Mormon show. Have you pitched this to anybody?
No, I haven't pitched it to anybody. We're on strike right now, bro.
You're on strike. Well,
We're
when the
on
strike
strike. Ain't nobody give a fuck about hearing shit.
Because
They don't
they're
wanna
worried
hear
about
about it.
AI taking all the jobs away from all these people, right?
Fuck AI. AI is important. Look, AI is important. It's gonna help out with a lot in our world, but come on, man. I understand where greed just.
I'll tell you where
has
I
been
think
a
we need
factor
you know what? I tell you what
in the world.
I tell you what I would love AI to do is replace fucking journalists. Like corporate journalists, if AI started replacing journalists from the Statesman or CBS or news anchors,
Maybe,
oh,
but-
bro, I would be cheering that on like a motherfucker, considering all the bullshit that they threw at us during COVID.
Yeah. But then what's to say AI is not gonna do worse?
Maybe, but if there's one field
Because
that I
when
have
people want to start
if there's
listening to
one
that
field that I
AI
have
like
no
it's true,
JT, as
Oh,
somebody
no.
if I were Karma, if there was somebody who I'd have no sympathy for,
Oh,
it's
that's it.
fucking corporate journalists getting
like that.
replaced by AI.
if you were karma, but I still think that's like the dangerous thing. AI's.
Well, you're not Karma. That's the point, though. You can never be God. Like, that's God. Like, that's the idea of playing God is, like, one of the worst things that you could do. So you should never even think like
So
that.
never think
It's not
like
even
that.
like, it's not even in your control to be Karma. Like, you're just there to
I
react.
always like that
You're
saying.
just,
You know how to
you're
make
not
God laugh?
there.
Tell him your plans.
Yeah, like, you can never do that anyway. Like, you can't really play God. The only thing you can do is do what you think is best for, like,
Can't
make
even mock him.
You mock humans, but, like, the only thing you can do is do what you think is generally
Great.
going to be best for society, and you have to do things from a place of love and not revenge, because once you start trying to do things for revenge, you're
fucking
behaving
up.
like you're a deity, and you're
Well,
not, because you're
yeah,
a human, and
you're
that's it. Like
Making a bigger hole for yourself
yeah,
in life.
like revenge is actually a really bad thing to do, because it makes you think that you're God and you're not, and you're a human being, and not everything like retaliation
yeah.
is not always revenge, because if you have like a guy who's fucking raping women, you need to put him in jail and do something about him so that you protect other women. But you're not doing it for revenge. You're doing
then
it
what if
because
he
you have an
changes his
active role to
identity?
protect. What?
And then what if he changes his identity in jail?
I guess then he gets to rape more women in jail, because this
Fucked up.
progressive bullshit makes absolutely no sense, and it's systematically being designed to destroy your community. So that grandma's house gets sold for pennies on the dollar, and
Now I got to go into a barrio and sell a shitload of cannabis to save
Yes.
grandma's house.
yes, and then possibly risk going to jail.
Cutting my hair, looking like a Mormon.
And you have to, that's how the story starts. And then these developers
does.
connected to the UN and the World Economic Forum turn grandma's house in your community into a 15-minute city that becomes
Gentrifies
an
the
open
shit out
air.
of it.
Yeah, gentrified.
The
15-minute
shit out of
city,
the
which is
barrio.
going to be an open air prison like what they're seeing in
So
China
you
and
know the
parts of
story
Europe.
of Mexican Mormon, more Mexican. You just told it. It's exactly what happens. See, I changed my hair. That's the first scene. I cut it real short. Then we got to go save grandma's house because we find out that the city wants to really do more harm in our hood.
They're trying to turn grandma's house into a 15-minute city. Yo, that's where you
Oh,
can.
bro,
They're
it's
trying to
fucking
turn
crazy,
a bunch
man.
of evil real estate developers,
Mm-hmm.
with their army of violent criminals
That's
and
the
sexual
fucking
deviants.
truth.
They want to turn grandma's house and grandma's neighborhood into a 15-minute city, and you have to raise cash and pretend to be a Mormon in order to raise cash and save your grandmother's house. Dude, that could be a video, bro. That could be a freaking video game.
It's a whole crazy system that we live in. I didn't even realize how I was writing. I was just writing comedy for a while there. I wrote another story. It's a
Let's hear it.
Western musical. It's called The Bucking Truth.
Let's hear it. I want to share that.
Well, The
Give-
Bucking Truth is a small little city, rich with minerals. Gas and oil wants to come into this town to kind of like buy out the people. And this little town of ranchers just really gets together and saves their little community. It's just a little community film. It's a little faith-based film.
How do they save the community?
Oh, the rodeos.
You're wrong. You got to tell me no. You better tune in and watch the show and get ready. Yeah.
Rodeo. Yeah, you got to tune in and watch the show, man.
Yeah, come
We'll
on.
Find out. I'll be back.
Rodeos.
So,
I
yeah.
like that, though.
It's a little rodeo. Get behind the whole rodeo community. I wrote that when I was helping a friend of mine tell his little documentary, Real Texans or something. and he was talking about how the cattle system from way back when, Fort Worth, Texas, they had me ride a bull. I got on a fucking bull for like $500, and 1 point something seconds, wow, bah, hit the ground. It was fucking badass.
That's pretty bad idea.
It was badass.
That's fucking crazy. Well, it's adrenaline, man. You people like you and maybe me at a much smaller level. Like you need a
When's your
nerd to be
birthday?
happy. June 8th.
You want to jump out of a plane next year?
Yeah.
You gone skydiving before?
I've gone skydiving once.
Perfect. We'll do it again.
All right.
It's an adrenaline rush.
I'm in. Although I need an instructor because I've only gone once, so I'm not.
We'll get you somebody that can strap you on. You become a strap on.
All right. I'm in. Let me know. I'm excited.
Being a strap on is good. Oh, it's okay, bro.
That's what she said. Yeah. Anyway, JT.
He's so high.
Yeah. How do we get a hold of you?
You can hit me up on JT Campos 1 on Instagram. Fuck it. Hit me up in the DM.
You got YouTube? Because I want to hear. I want to.
I
see
got
your skits
YouTube,
too. What
JT
is-
Campos 1 on YouTube as well.
Okay. Twitter. You tweet?
I don't like to tweet. I'm barely on LinkedIn.
don't.
I got a song out, Juana Maria Juana.
Oh yeah, I saw that. It's good. Dude,
yeah,
I'm gonna play
you can
that
hit that
my
on
customers.
Whatever.
SoundCloud, iTunes,
SoundCloud,
Spotify,
there you
all
go.
that.
Yeah, all that.
All right.
Let me see. What else? Yeah, just hit me up there. Shit, I'm not really trying to. Don't have the whole team, man, on the computer yet. It's just me.
You're just
I don't
doing
like
this
being
because
on-
you love making art, and that's the
Yeah.
key. If
It's
you
just-
love what you're making and
when
you're
you
happy
find me, you
making
find
stuff,
me.
then it doesn't matter. Like you want to grind, you want to be on the bike all day
Yeah.
because you're like, oh, I get to make more art, and you're excited. You live life with a purpose. I think that
It's
like
my first joint today, and I feel it real good, bro. And I'm glad I could
I think
be
the
sitting here
I think
with
the
you.
struggle of having to grind and do stuff like that, it actually like if you understand why you're doing it, you're doing it because it's fun and you like
There's a passion
actually
behind
embrace
it,
the grind.
man.
There's a reason for it, man. It makes you happier versus like thinking that everything that should be given to you and you're mad because you're not getting paid a livable wage. I'm like, no, you're not
Oh.
supposed to. You're an artist. Things are supposed to suck for you, otherwise you won't make good art.
Exactly. Yeah. You know what? When I first became an artist, if I like really think about why, I think it started as revenge. Like I wanted to show you I could do it, and like I'm gonna show you. And then it just became true passion of like, and that was only because I was going through being alienated from my children the first time.
That sucks.
So
I have a voice.
they
that's
told me
just-
I couldn't do it, and I said, "Fuck that! I'm gonna show you I can."
I have a
That's
voice.
to the judge that said I couldn't do
Yeah.
it. So
I have a voice that tells me to go do stuff, like inside me, and every time I don't listen to it, I get really angry and have like anxiety problems.
Listen
So
to
I
your
just
inner
to the
voice,
You gotta
bro.
listen to the inner
Yeah.
voice always, and when it tells you to do something, you just got to do it.
I think that inner voice is that third person. Like I see myself as three people. I am who I am striving to be. I am who I'm trying to become. Right.
I just think it's
I am who
God.
people see me as, and you know I am who I am. I am who I try to be, and I am who people see me as.
Nah,
So that's three
I
people.
think the inner
But
voice.
yeah, that's the God.
I honestly think I think it's God. Like
That's the
that's
God,
God,
yeah.
and you should listen to God and listen to your inner voice because that's God telling you what you need to do with your
Yeah,
life. So.
like
Anyway, JT,
I
thank you so much,
appreciate
dude.
you,
I love
Alex,
it, dude.
man,
Thank you
no.
so much for coming on. JT
We could
Campos,
talk all
y'all.
day,
Let's go. I
seriously.
know.
Yeah, I'll come back. We'll talk more on the pre-roll.